Yeah, fellas, welcome to the show. Let's start with my Facebook account. One of the brothers writing me on Facebook saying, "What's good, Supremo? I know you're very busy getting better at what you do, and I highly respect you for that. But I just want to share a story with you, hoping for your wise and always valuable advice. Let me start by saying that I got a girl, but I ain't dead. I'm looking for a period. Oh, there's one. I still like to play the game and explore with new girls when I see them choosing. Anyway, I go to the salon to get a haircut, and there is this hot chick by the desk who's always trying to talk to me and being friendly. I can feel the connection between us and the cool chemistry when we talk. The only problem is that my girl has been to the salon once before, and I'm sure they know me and her are together. However, this girl still acts mad friendly. Uh, I'm trying to figure out who the girl is. If she's an employee, that might be one of the girls that help people relax when they come into their salons. If they help sell, okay? So if she's the hostess, that's her job, is to be mad friendly. I haven't asked her out on a coffee date yet because what if my girl goes back to the salon, and you know how women are, man. They fucking gossip, lol. But Supremo, I do dig this girl and would like to tap that ass if I had a chance. What do you think I should do? Ask her on a coffee date, but stop going to get haircuts to the place, or you truly think she ain't worth the risk? LOL, I appreciate your thought on that one, man. Since I've been listening to you, I can understand American women a lot better. But when I first got to the States, take care, bro. By the way, it's probably a good thing she knows I got a girl, because it's a challenge for her, right? For some women, they're Alejandro. Some women, it's a turn off, and some women think that because you got a girl that you're safe, so they can be friendly with you and relax their guard. I'm not sure what's going on in the situation. I'm not there. I can't really see what's going on. That's the hard part. I can only take what you think is going on and interpret that, and that's what makes it hard. Um, as far as pursuing, if you're willing to change hair salons, because if you do bone, you definitely don't want to go back in there again, okay? And that would be kind of a problem. What you want to do is actually read the situation with clear eyes also. I don't know what her job is. That's what's throwing me off. Because, like hostesses at like restaurants, they're paid to be nice, overly friendly. Waitresses, the more friendly they are, the higher their tips, right? And these kind of places are no different. If it's a kind of high-end salon, they have a pretty girl standing there, makes all the customers feel welcome. That's her job. She's paid to do that. So I'm kind of confused as what does she do? But either way, your choice to hit is up to you. You do know that if you do hit it, you can't go back there again, because if your girl comes in, that's going to be a problem. Okay, and she won't gossip. Some girls will run up and tell, "What is this? You've been fucking me." Okay, you don't want that. I've been in those situations. You don't want that. I realize you got a crush on this girl. She's hot and all that. They're Alejandro, but got to use your head sometimes and think. Sometimes it's better just let the girls worship you. All right. I don't like working with high school kids, dear fellas, because I'm a grown-ass adult, and I shouldn't be telling kids under 18. But one of the fellows wrote, now listen to this now. So I have watched videos, looked at some of your books. That means he got my books from someone else. And even though people call you a scam, and that part I don't get it. How can I be a scam? You read my books, you see I put in my books, except for the new sex one, I always put in there examples of emails that women sent me, or IM conversations, you know, and anything else I could show, you know, that this is what I experienced in my life. The only time I haven't done that is in the new book I just wrote. Actually, I put one in there. It was just a couple of sentences. Normally, I fill up my book with, well, I call it filler material to ground in some proof, but I didn't do that this time. In fact, I'm not going to do that anymore when I start writing again. It's interesting how I call the pickup artists scammers, and they're flipping. I guess that with this young kid in this group, they're trying to flip the script and call me a scammer. That's interesting. Well, the kid probably doesn't know that, you know, I used to give away my shit for free until some dude named Rumi was stealing my shit and put it up on another site. You know, I had a package of what do you call it, podcast shows that I was selling to keep my site going. That's all I did, was sell that package back then, just to keep the site going, to pay the site bills. Well, I still did my podcast shows. I was so passionate about what I was doing and teaching, you know, that, you know, when I get home, I do my shows, I talk to my guys, I do, you know, give them personal coaching for free, which I'm still doing. And I'm coaching a fellow right now for free. So don't sign up. I volunteered to do this dude also. I just think differ. Where in the hell is he from? It should be, so I have watched your videos, and I think you differ just from the way you mumble, which you have also noted. I don't mumble. You know, mumbles. You don't speak English, obviously. And this mumbling there. Legend Sword videos. That's mumbling. I ramble. Okay? And I do ramble. And I do admit that. That's what old people do. We ramble. Hey, I'm finally old. What can I say? Oy vey. I just need advice on how I can seal the deal with this girl I'm going to the prom with. We have chilled a couple of times, and the last one was not so good. And I don't know when people put you know, chilled. Were you kissing, making out, or just you sat in the same room? That's why I don't want to deal with high school kids. They can't really explain themselves sometimes. Plus, they're underage in my country. It's just kind of creepy. Old man talking to young guys. Sorry, you know, at least be an adult. I think because she just got shy after I asked her to the prom. We are both shy, quiet people, and that's what's going to make it hard. But as I told the kid, you know, if there's a problem, then it's you. Because he should be leading her. And that's what she needs to do, learn how to lead a woman. Instead of sitting there shy and quiet and batting his eyes at her. He needs to learn to be a man, grow his balls out. But he's still a boy, so he's going to do as boys do. That's why I don't want to deal with boys. I want to deal with men. I'm helping men become better men, not boys. My thing is that I am such an introvert, and it sucks. I feel you on that one there, Legend Sword videos, ending with a Z. I feel you on that one, bro. I am one of those weird thinkers, as you say. But you know what? In your own defense, people like you don't usually get girls to the prom, okay? People with those big heads and shy acting motherfuckers, they don't get girls to the prom. So props on you. Now think about it. You've been watching my videos. You got the balls to ask a girl out to the prom. Okay? What are your friends doing that call me a scammer? What are they doing? Huh? Still sitting there downloading PUA shit? Nah, come on. So what advice do you think? I have a hard time talking to her at school, but I see the interest. It seems as if, God, this had a flashback to my 9th grade. Maybe that's why I don't like dealing with kids. I don't want to remember. That was in junior high school. Her last name was Zimmerman. She was I think she was a mulatto. I don't know. She had, the light brown hair that mulattoes have and the same skin color. I know her dad was black, but I don't know if her mom was. Anyway, I had a crush on her. And my buddy Steve Franklin, he was also a mulatto. He had the big afro thing going on. I had my little sketchy hair. Gotta wait for my throat to open up. He went up and told her that I liked her, and I was embarrassed because she didn't respond positively. She liked Steve. Jesus. It seems as if it's like I have to try to make this work. And you do. That's what you got to recognize, legend. And you got to make it work. You're the man. Learn how to be a man. A man leads, son. So that means you got to become the leader out there. That means you got to grow your balls out. She doesn't do a goddamn thing. It's not fair. Don't whine about it. That's the way it is. Women can sit there and bat their eyes, look pretty. It's us men, we got to do all the work. And I've heard guys say, I don't let my girlfriend piss me off because she won't initiate sex. And I feel your pain. Mine doesn't either. She's old-fashioned. Okay? She won't even ask if she's horny. Alright? So, it's up to us to initiate because we're men. We're the makers of the world out there. Do you realize that, legend? James Brown's right. We built the roads, the planes, the trains, the automobiles. Okay? We created civilization. That's what men did. So don't get that shit twisted by these new age feminazis. We built everything they're using. That goddamn chair they sit their bony asses on, we built those chairs. We designed those chairs. Those computers they're using to scream at us, we made those goddamn things. So don't get the shit twisted. You're the man. Go out and do the work. Alright? You guys have a good day.